Okay, Ruth, single mum, working, average income, 4 properties, some equity. So she wants income. The income is about 70,000, I think. Has negative geared units in Melbourne, which have no ability to manufacture any growth out of them or anything. They're just what they are.
Another boring property.
Yeah. She owns her own PPR of about $700,000. She has no fear at all. I'm ready to do anything. What do you suggest?
All right. Well, it depends on how much the negative gearing is.
It's about 25 over 3 properties.
Yeah, well, see, that's too much if her income's only $70,000. So she probably has to get rid of some or all of them, and take whatever equity she's got in there and go hard. I mean, she's got a good PPR there. She's got presumably a decent amount of equity in that property. So she needs to be using that to go hard. What's a peg in the sand? She wants income.
Yeah, she wants to have to stop working. That's what she wants.
Well, she probably has to sell those negatively geared investments. I'd probably sell a lot. And you need to go hard, go and do. I'd probably start with a mining town, actually. I'd probably start with something in the Surat or the Hunter or, I quite like North Queensland at the moment. I even like Moranbah right now because of the pricing is where they are. WA's okay. So, there's opportunity everywhere to get in and get a leg hold in to a cash flow deal, but again, I would only do a cash flow deal that I could manufacture growth on. So that gives you the momentum to be able to go again. You might buy something that needs a bit of a renovation, an extension even. You might look at doing a subdivision and a construction, maybe even a duplex if you can fit it on, something like that. You'll make good ground on that. You'll make good cash flow on something like that. And you've got plenty of equity there, so you've probably got enough to be able to come back at the same time that's happening and do a more conservative deal. Don't get greedy with the mining towns. Don't go and throw all your money in any one area, no matter how good it is. Don't go and, just continue to buy in the one town. Maybe have one of those, make that happen, and at the same time, then go and do another deal somewhere else, like I don't know where he lives in Melbourne, probably lives in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Melbourne, you could do a room-by-room rental. They're pretty good down there as far as a strategy goes. You can do a regional deal in Melbourne. So something a little bit more prime outside the mining industry. Don't do 2 mining deals, do one. If you're in Sydney, I'd probably go to Western Sydney and do a little splitter block, something like that. With the granny flats, use the granny flat laws in New South Wales that are absolutely excellent, I might add. If you bought something that was able to be split, you could add a granny flat to the front house. You could build on the back house with a granny flat, and you'll end up with 4 lots of rent. You could do that in Sydney even, as well as a mining town deal at the same time, and you'll end up with a good, strong quality property. You could do a little, as well as the strong cash flow deal in the mining town. You've got manufactured growth. You've got manufactured income. You could go and do a nice little resi-mercial or something like that. You could do a resi-mercial in Melbourne even. Something outside the mining industry, basically, where you're manufacturing growth and income, and you could do 2 deals, but I'd get rid of what you got there. Not your house, the other ones.
Yeah, I think Ruth would be happy to hear that because what you said is probably what she's already doing, so it's good.